It's all about the clap back. Get your boss whack, premieres funeral on Snapchat. You now tuned into the bag.
What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Welcome to the Fire Range podcast, where you get in line and you get lined up. You understand me? On today's podcast, I'm joined by my man, Lord Brunson, who is the best reporting on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Giants fan. He's an Eagle fan. This had to happen. It had to happen. You know what I'm saying? While Lord Brunson is here, we get into New York versus Philly. Then we transition into the dishonorable, disgusting, disgraceful, and shameful human being known as Coach Doug Pederson. Then we transition into Daniel Jones versus Carson Wentz. And of course, lastly, we answer the questions from the live audience. You know how that goes. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fisk unit soldiers of all ages, get your popcorn ready and kick it with your boy, Big Fisk and Lord Brunson. Where my shots at? What up, what up, what up? We in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. If you a Lord Brunson fan, this is called Lunchtime with the Bullies.
Right.
If you one of those Fisk unit soldiers, it's called one of them Fire and Range episodes, one of these live sessions. You know the vibes, man. We got a room full of Fisk unit soldiers and a room full of bullies right now. Ain't nothing nice about to happen. Ain't nothing nice about to happen.
Nothing nice can happen. How many people we got in the stream? I can't see from mine.
So far, we still loading up. We got the 32 that's waiting, and then we got the new that's coming in.
Okay. We live though, right?
Oh yeah, we definitely live. Oh no, everything being heard, recorded, and archived, baby. We live.
Okay, so listen. While people waiting, they're gonna come regardless. While people waiting, what the hell was you talking about? You was talking about Philly, right? You said
right.
A lot of crazy. Listen. I saw that Wendy Williams ass episode you put up, bro. It was too emotional, Fisk. It was too emotional. And it was also false. It was false. A lot of false information, man.
What false information?
Philly dirty. Do you know New York is overrun with rats? Do you know New York is one of the dirtiest cities in America?
Y'all dirtier though. I've been to Philly. Y'all the air dirty. It smelled dirty. I've been to Philly multiple times.
You can't listen. New York was literally just ground zero for COVID. It spread like wildfire out there. You want to know why? Because it's dirty out there. It's dirty out there. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Go ahead. What you saying?
Okay. Oh no, I'm just saying. You know, all my video was facts. Can't dispute the Meek Mill slander. Can't dispute the Will Smith slander. Can't dispute the Rocky slander.
How are you slandering people that's up? It's not an actor from New York bigger than Will Smith. Tell me his name. Unless Leonardo DiCaprio from Philly or Denzel Washington, from New York. Unless Leonardo or Denzel from New York is not a
Robert
bigger than Will Smith from New York.
Robert De Niro. How about that?
Not big, not a bigger box office draw than Will Smith. No.
Hold on, time out. Wait a minute. Sylvester Stallone is from New York. The biggest character in Philly history came from New York.
Sylvester Stallone is not a bigger box office draw than Will Smith.
I mean, not now, but in the 80s and the 80s.
Not ever.
What?
Not ever. Not
the
ever.
Rocky movies, Rambo.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We talking about now. Who get paid more per film? Who's the biggest box office draw? So that also is far. You could talk about the entanglement. That ain't got nothing to do with you, me, the Giants, or the Eagles. You could talk about that all you want. Now let's get to what you said about basketball. You talked about
don't come here trying to defend your Sixers. You know your Sixers is trash.
Hold on. Okay.
Let
Let me talk about it then. Who got the best record in the NBA right now?
We a week in.
All I got to do just one answer. That's all I want to ask you. One answer. Who got the best record in the NBA right now? You can't justify facts. Who got the best record in the NBA right now, Fisk?
LB, you know what? Let me ask you a question.
Matter of fact, he don't want to answer it. Y'all can just put it in the comments.
Let me ask you a question.
Brooklyn. No, I'm not done because this basketball thing really crazy to me. You screaming all this New York stuff yesterday. You talk about Brooklyn. How is it so convenient that you and the rest of the whole city and state of New York like to forget about the Knicks, who have been undoubtedly trash for 15 plus years?
Now, wait a minute. Time out. Pause. Hold on.
The Knicks got a bigger fan base than Brooklyn. Why you ain't talking about the Knicks?
Hold on.
Right to Brooklyn, an expansion team.
Wait a minute. Time out. First of all, the biggest hip hop artist of all time is Jay-Z. Jay-Z brought the Nets to Brooklyn, so they New York certified. That's number one. Number two, the Knicks looking good right now. Knicks looking good right now.
That's only in your mind. Nobody is looking to sell out the Barclays Center. People are looking to sell out Madison Square Garden.
No. I won't argue that. I won't argue that. But you can't tell me once we all vaccinated, people not gonna pay their money to see Kyrie and KD. The Barclays gonna be sold out. I would have preferred the Knicks, but the Barclays gonna be sold out.
The Knicks been selling out for years, though.
But here's the thing: you gotta understand.
What NBA team means more to New York? The Knicks or Brooklyn?
No. You're right about the Knicks. What I'm saying is, this was a New York versus Philly. Last time I checked, Brooklyn is part of New York. That's a borough in New York. That's the same thing like, oh, you Philadelphia people, oh, I'm north side of Philly. I'm from the south side of Philly. It's the same thing. It's
This was different about Philly and New York. We got one basketball team. We got one football team. We got one baseball team. Meaning that no matter what part of the city you go to, is always going to circle around one or just one. You got it convenient. A lot of these New York fans.
You know why you only got one? Because you small. You insignificant. You not New York.
What are you talking about? Do you know?
That's why.
So Philly not in the top 10 in populations? As far as U.S. cities
you're not in the top 10 destinations in this country. I tell you that much. I can name 10 places I would rather live.
I didn't say destinations. I said populations.
Man, Cleveland got a big population. Nobody want to go there.
Cleveland got a big population and nobody want to go there.
So population don't
Philly,
count.
New York. I don't know. I know Philly got a bigger population than Cleveland. Cleveland got one. The reason why you got more. The reason why you got more than one basketball team is because how big your city is.
More than one football team, more than one baseball team, because it's New York. New York is better than Philly. Everything in Philly is second-rate New York.
Are you from New York? Are you from
I ain't lived in New York in 10 years. I ain't lived in New York since fifth grade. Fifth grade was the last time I was in New York. I'm from a lot of places. I lived in New York for 7 years. 7 years.
So you did. Okay, so
7 years. Kindergarten through fifth grade. Kindergarten through fifth grade.
You're not even from New York. You're not from New York.
Kindergarten through fifth grade is a good sample size. Family there. I go there every year for vacation. Well, not for vacation, but holiday. We rotate.
Have you ever while you lived in New York, have you been to a Giants game? No.
Have I been to a Giants game? No.
From kindergarten to
been to a Yankee game, been to a Yankee game, been to a Knicks game, never been to a Giants game. No.
You're not from New York, Fisk. You're not from New York.
But you live in Virginia, bro. Time out. No. You're not gonna do that. You live in Virginia, repping Philly. How you gonna come at me for living in Carolina, repping New York?
What you mean? Fisk, what you talking? I got a tattoo of the state of my arm, Fisk. I was born in Temple University Hospital in Philadelphia. I went to high school in Temple.
I showed you a picture of my office. I got navy blue giant walls.
I went to high school in Philly, Fisk.
I showed you a picture of my setup.
I knocked my first person out in Philly. I went to high school in Philly, Fisk.
I showed you a whole picture of my setup with my new computer.
I was already Fisk, but you're not from New York, though. That's the point that I'm making, though. You're not from New York.
Whoa. So how long you got to live in the state to be there? How long you got to live in the state to be from there?
Kindergarten.
How long you got to live in the state?
Kindergarten to 5. Fisk, this is the general consensus, Fisk. If you went to high school there, you could say you're from there.
Oh, come
You
on,
ain't-
bro.
you-
That's
you
me.
haven't-
That don't make
Bro,
no
come
sense.
on, bro.
That
What
don't
you
make no
mean? You
sense.
haven't lived. You haven't
That's like me
lived
saying,
in New
okay,
York since
okay.
fifth grade.
Hold on,
You
time out.
you over 30.
Whoa.
You over 30. You
Hold
have
on.
not lived in New York City.
Time
Where'd
out.
you go to high school at, Fisk? Where'd you go to high school at?
North Carolina.
You're
When's the
from
last
North
time you lived in
Carolina.
Philly? When's the last time you
You
lived in
are
Philly?
from North Carolina.
When's the last
What
time
you
you lived in
talking about?
Philly?
When's the last? 2009 when I went to the military. 2009.
So you ain't lived in
That's the
Philly
last
in
time I
10
lived in Philly.
years. You ain't lived in Philly in
haven't
11 years. You ain't lived in Philly in 11 years, man. Street signs done changed.
What that got to?
The
What
stores
that
done
got to do?
closed. That's a different place.
What that got to do?
That's a different.
What that got to do with
You
anything?
reminiscing on old times just like me. Whether it's me not being in New
No,
York
I'm
in
not.
10
No.
years or you
This the
not being in
difference.
Philly in 10
This
years,
the
it's the
difference.
same thing.
This the difference. No, it's not the same thing. I'm explaining to you the difference. When it's a family gathering, like when my mom just cooked Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, all of that stuff, it took place in Philly. I'm 2 hours from Philly, Fisk. It took place in Philly. My mom lived in Philly. My grandma and my grandpa live in Philly. I can go to Philly and go to a specific block where I don't even introduce myself.
First of all, you know what?
Authentic
got a point. Time out. Authentic got a point. It ain't Authentic got a point. Authentic has a point. Forget this. Forget where you from. Forget where you from. It's about what we repping right now. It's about what you claim. It ain't about where you from. It's about what you claim. Forget all that. You explain your boy Doug Pederson tanking, because all I hear from Philly fans. Explain your boy tanking on live TV. Let's get to the point. Explain your boy tanking on live TV.
Hold on. We're not gonna skim over this because your last video was pretty spicy about the differences between New York and Philly. Now I can tell you the differences because I'm from one of the spots. You're not from either one. But we could jump into the tanking. What's your thoughts on the tanking? What do you want me to tell you about the tanking? How do you?
My thoughts is this. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is if you're gonna tank the game, tank it from the first quarter. Don't play 3 quarters, try to win, and then pull your stars. You played everybody. Doug Pederson, his own team don't like him. You Philly fans is out here defending the man that your own team don't even support him.
I'm not defending him.
Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Jason Kelsey, Seth Jr.
I just made a video saying he need to be fired. I'm not defending that man.
So, but you defending the tank.
I'm saying I'm not defending the tank. This is my position. You only upset about the tank because it didn't get your team into the playoffs when y'all should have been focusing on winning more than 6 games in the season. When the last time the Giants went to the playoffs?
You jeopardize the integrity of the sport. You jeopardize the integrity of the sport.
The Pittsburgh Steelers had the opportunity to make sure the Browns don't go to the playoffs. They in the same division. It would have been no skin off their back to just eliminate the Browns and have them living in sorrow again. Why are we not?
And they tried for 4 quarters. And they tried for 4 quarters with the players they had out there. They didn't play Ben Roethlisberger for 3 quarters and then bench him for no reason. Was
Jalen Hurts playing well?
He had 2 rushing touchdowns. It should have been a tie game if
was he playing well? Was he?
Yes.
Was he playing well?
Yes, he had 2 rushing touchdowns and he should have had 17 points on the board. It should have been a tie game. And if you're wide receiver,
you want to know why he didn't put more points on the board? Doug played aggressive in the beginning of that game, trying to win that game. He played very aggressive. Went for it on 4th down in the red zone. Jalen Hurts missed a wide open dude in the end zone. The Redskins probably would have lost the game had that 4th down been converted. It would have been a touchdown. So we're not going to sit here and act like that y'all deserve to go to the playoffs because y'all 6-10.
Chat, did I mention the Giants one time? Chat, did I mention the Giants one time about the tanking thing? It's bigger than that. The principle of the situation is on national television, the last game of the season, your guy tanked. We are going through.
Where's your principles?
Where's your principles? The whole team through practice. You made this whole team think that they was going to win, and you tanked.
Where was your principles? Where was your principles when you was making videos last year saying y'all should tank? Where was your principles when y'all had 3 top 10 draft picks?
But we went out there and beat Washington week 16. Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns.
Where was the principles then? Listen.
We had principles. We beat Washington in overtime. We gave away Chase Young to beat Washington in overtime. What you talking about?
When did you start? When did you start your YouTube channel?
I started my first YouTube channel in 2017. The first.
Y'all haven't been to the playoffs. Y'all haven't been to the playoffs since you've been on YouTube. Where's your principles?
No. I started my channel the boat year trip. My first video was like one of the boat trip videos. Yeah, that was the year. So I was on YouTube to rant about the boat trip video. Yeah. So yeah, one time.
When was the last time y'all been to the playoffs, Fisk?
That would have been the 2016 season. That would have been the 2016 season.
When was the last time y'all won a division?
2011.
Do you know that y'all have had 3 straight top 10 picks? Do you know that y'all are habitual tankers?
We're not habitual
the New York
tankers.
Giants.
We never
What are you talking about? Fisk, did you see my last
we
video?
never tanked.
Who never tanked?
No. Talking about what the fans. No. Your paperwork. I saw your paperwork. Talking about what the fans are talking about and what the team is doing is 2 separate things. The Giants.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you. That's where a lot of y'all go wrong at though, Fisk, by thinking that. That's the temperature. That's the aura around your fan base. Is should we tank or should we not? Tanking always been in the conversation for the last 4 or so
you really want
years
to take
when
it
you
there,
talk about New York Giants.
Oh, that's where you want to go? That's where you want to take it?
No,
okay, fine, let's take it there.
The facts.
The aura of Philadelphia is trying hard to the bitter end. So what? We don't have wide receivers. Carson Wentz gonna win the division anyway. So what? Carson Wentz get hurt. Nick Foles go out and win the Super Bowl anyway. The whole mantra of Doug Pederson's Philadelphia Eagles is being the underdogs and never giving up. And then with a quarter to go in the last game of the season, you pull your quarterback? No, y'all quit.
Nobody's doing doing nothing to benefit the Giants. I'm sorry. We don't care about the Giants.
But does this have to do with the Giants? It's not about the Giants. It's about
they got
integrity.
everything. Listen,
I'm
gonna tell you why it has everything to do with the Giants. Because if the roles were reversed, if the Washington football team had to wait on us to beat y'all so they could get in, they would be out the playoffs too. And we wouldn't hear this much about it. Being as though the Giants New York need a win so bad, this Joe Judge era crap. Y'all forget the fact that y'all 6-10. Get your own self in the playoffs. Don't worry about what.
It has nothing. It's nothing to do with the Giants. It could have been the Cowboys. It doesn't matter. You're making this about the Giants. It's not about the Giants. The point is your team.
About the Giants. It's clearly about
your
the
team
Giants.
threw a game. That's the point. Your team threw a game.
Y'all the ones upset. Y'all the ones upset.
We're not the only ones upset. There's a lot of people. Your own team upset.
Arguably, we threw the last 4 when we benched our franchise quarterback. We went 1-3 down the stretch.
What you mean your franchise quarterback? That got us the bump, or we getting the Wentz? Because I told you Wentz was trash. You came on my channel over the summer. You tried to defend him. I told you he was trash.
Listen, Carson Wentz got more wins than your whole team do in the last 4 years.
Oh, you want to talk about the last 4 years? No. Why you want to talk about the last 4 years?
4 years.
Don't in there. You got 1 Super Bowl. My team got 4. Eli Manning. Eli Manning got more Super Bowls by himself than your whole franchise. Eli Manning got more Super Bowls on one hand than your whole franchise.
You're 21-51. You're 29-51 in the last 4 years.
And we got the same amount of Super Bowls last decade. Let's talk about it. Okay, LB, yeah, you're right. We the worst team in the league, but got the same amount of Super Bowls as you.
This is my point. My point when I'm saying this is that you guys always are bad. So don't act like you deserve to go nowhere.
I always trash too.
We always trash.
Bro, you had a 3-year stretch with Nick Foles, and now you think you nice? You had a 3-year stretch with Nick Foles, and now y'all think you're nice?
You haven't won a division in 9 years, bro.
But we got the same amount of Super Bowls last decade, though. Last 10 years, who got more Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls we got last 10 years?
It doesn't matter.
How does that matter?
It doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. What matters is you haven't won a division in 9 years, and you thought this was going to be your time.
No. We won a division in 2016. No, that was Dallas. Never mind. That was Dallas.
Yeah.
The point is, we both got 1 Super Bowl last decade. How many Super Bowls you get in the 2000s, LB? Since you want to talk about franchises and habitual losers, all y'all known for is losing.
We've been to the same amount of Super Bowls as y'all have in the last 20 years. We've been to 2.
Whoa. And guess what? My team got 2. Your team got 1. And we've been to 3 for the record. We're 2-1. We've been to 3 because don't forget we lost to the 2000 Ravens. So my franchise, historically speaking, is more successful than yours. So you can talk about the last 4.
Hold on.
You get quiet.
But is it really your franchise? According to you, you're not a fanboy though. Is it really your franchise though? Am I talking?
I'm not just no. I'm not a fanboy, but I'm a fan. I'm not a fan, but I'm a
so
fan.
stop saying,
I'm not a
so
fan,
stop
boy,
saying,
but
so
I'm a fan.
stop saying my team then. Stop saying my team then.
It's fine.
Stop saying
The
it's not your
Eagles,
team then. It's
the
not your
Eagles.
team then.
How about
It's
this?
not your team
How
then.
about this?
Because Fisk, at the end of the day, this is the cruel reality, Fisk. This is the cruel reality. You still got a team in the playoffs, right? Because you got more than one team, right? You still got a team in the playoffs.
My
You got more than
side
one
piece in
team.
the
The
playoffs.
Saints still playing this weekend, I think.
My side piece in the playoffs. That's a fact. They're gonna put hands on Trubisky. My side piece in the playoffs. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So for you to even be this upset when you already got a backup plan, most real fans don't have a backup plan.
I'm mad because you jeopardized the integrity of my favorite sport. Doug Pederson jeopardized the integrity of my favorite sport.
And the Giants didn't jeopardize. The Giants didn't help build this type of tanking culture. Listen,
but we've never
I'm gonna clear the air.
Brunson, name the game we tanked, Brunson. Name the week 16, 17 game we tanked. Name it. I'll wait. Name it.
Y'all tried. Listen, I'm trying to tell you right now. Y'all tried to tank for Chase Young last year.
How when Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns in Washington? If we wanted to tank, we would have benched him like you did. If we wanted to tank, we would have pulled Daniel Jones to the fourth quarter like y'all did.
Was your fan base mad that you won the game or not?
I wasn't, because Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns. It's the future of our franchise. And you know what? Every Giants fan, you know what, Lil Brunson, Did you want the
Giants to tank? Did you want the Giants to tank
Hold on,
last year?
time out. How about this? I'm about to give you your biggest L of the. I'm about to give you your biggest L of the stream. What my Giants did, what my Giants did last year. Every Giants fan hung their hat on that 5 touchdown overtime win by Daniel Jones. Chase Young be danged. We hung our hat on that victory when we said Daniel Jones is our guy. Eagle fans could have hung their hat on Jalen Hurts' fourth quarter comeback versus Washington. Draft pick be danged. But guess what? Y'all decided.
Have you ever made a video saying your team should tank? Have you?
I said lose. Of course. What? First of all,
you said tank. So for you to be talking about the culture of the game, if you was the head coach, you would tank. So
but you do it for the first quarter. You don't try for 3 quarters and then pull your players.
Come on, bro.
Do it from the first quarter.
Now for the record, I am documenting and saying that I believe in going out there and winning every game. I cold-heartedly believe it. So what Doug Pederson did, if it was tanking, he was dead wrong for that. But I got a problem with you saying that tanking is bad when you got videos saying that y'all should tank. I'm confused. If you was a coach, you would tank.
Answer this question.
You would do what Doug Pederson allegedly did. Then I don't.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. If I play a game, I'm playing the game.
So I make a video and saying you would do it then.
Because at the end of the day, GMs and owners tank, not coaches and players. Did you see what the Jets did? The Jets went out there and fired their defensive coordinator for doing a bomb blitz on a Hail Mary play because those players and that coaches want to win. I don't want to do 14 with my players and coaches want to lose. That's a loser's mentality.
I'm worried. Dude, you just made a video last year saying y'all should tank. You got to lose this mentality. What are you talking about?
Did you see my reaction to Daniel Jones throwing 5 touchdowns? All we had to do was lose that game in Philly, and we would have had the second, not Philly, in Washington. We would have had the second pick in the draft. But I said, you know what? I'm glad Daniel Jones went out there and threw 5 touchdowns because he proved that that he's the guy going forward. I went into the whole offseason excited about my quarterback because of that 5 touchdown game.
Do you still feel like he the guy moving forward?
Yes. Daniel Jones showed up and got it done yesterday. Daniel Jones showed up and got it done on Sunday versus the Cowboys. He didn't fold. He didn't tank. On a bad leg, he went out there and got it done. Bottom line.
Bro,
Bottom line.
This will really bother me about the
Hold on, time. I'm not done yet. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, LB. One more thing, LB. Before you go, LB, one more thing. The point I'm trying to make to you is this. As a fan of the team, forget the tanking right now. As a fan of the team, would you not felt better about your offseason, knowing you're about to trade Wentz? Would you not have felt better about Jalen Hurts if he had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington? Yes or no? Would you not have felt better if he would have had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington? Yes or no?
He wouldn't have had a fourth quarter comeback versus Washington.
So you think Jalen Hurts
that game regardless? I don't think we was going to win the game.
Threw a pick right after he threw a pick right after you put in Sudfeld. Jalen Hurts would have took that ball and done something with it.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, unreal. So you don't even like Jalen Hurts. you like any of your quarterbacks? So I guess
that's
that's
not what I'm saying. But I'm here to tell you that Jalen Hurts was playing bad. He was playing bad. Only way
So yeah, y'all wasn't dropping balls
was due to his legs.
Jalen Rager can catch.
Yeah,
Tell me Jalen Rager can catch.
He wasn't completing no passes either though. On the flip
but
side,
Jalen Rager on no dudes. I don't even know who your receivers was in that game. I don't even know.
Exactly my point. Them dudes was trash in that game.
And Jalen Rager
not winning that game.
Hurts still had you in position to win. That's how good Jalen Hurts is. I think he's better than Wentz. And Jalen Hurts still had you in position to win the freaking game.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is, as a fan,
you asked me what I had felt better if Jalen Hurts would have finished the game. Yeah, I would have felt better if he would have finished the game. I would have felt better.
So there you go. So why are you justifying taking him out?
I'm not justifying taking him out. I'm trying to
understand. So what are we
why
arguing
y'all
about?
so mad.
You agree with me then? He should have played the whole game.
He should have played the whole game. I agree with that. What I don't agree with is that you, a guy who is you're pro tanking. Clearly, you are pro tanking. Whether you want to believe it or not, you made videos saying your team should do it. What you mad for? This is the shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want. But here's the thing, though. Guess what? If my players, I tell you what, if my players, because you know what, you're from Philly, you're a 76er fan too. So all you know is tanking. Your whole life is the process. Your whole life is a process. You know what I respected about the 76ers? You know the one thing I respected about the 76ers? I love the fact that MCW and Nerlens Noel and Evan Turner was sitting there crying and sad on the bench because they kept getting pulled because Sam Hinkie wanted to tank. I like the fact that Brett Brown was looking stressed on the sideline because he wanted to win games, but Sam Hinkie said no. If your front office wants to tank, God bless. But if my coach or my players are losers, I don't want them there. Through the whole process, none of them 76er players wanted to tank. Brett Brown never wanted to tank. I want my players to go out there and play hard and want to win. If the front office wants to sabotage them, that's one thing. It's one thing. But I don't want losers in my locker room.
Okay. So what was your point in making a tank video? What was your point in basically saying y'all should tank last season then? This was when y'all had Daniel Jones
because
and
we was like 1-10, whatever we was. We was like 1-10. I was rooting for the team. So, dude, I vividly remember you rooting against your team, so y'all can have bad. Didn't I say I wanted Chase Young, but guess what? I wasn't rooting against. So you think I didn't root against Daniel Jones to lose that game versus Washington? I couldn't wait for Daniel Jones to beat Washington. I don't care about Chase Young at that point. At that point, my team is playing. It's Sunday afternoon. Daniel Jones got 4 touchdowns. We're going into overtime. I hope he wins the game. Bottom line. You can't have it both ways, and you can't slick talk me, man. I'm not one of them dudes. I can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You have no right to disagree with tanking. You like the tank. You are a tanker. The only person now I don't know about. I haven't watched any of Bad Dogs or I haven't watched the videos that got tank in the title. But there's only one Giants content creator, and I know this gonna eat you alive. Who I know for a fact want to win every game, and that's Kyle Pizzle. For a fact. Never heard Kyle Pizzle say nothing about no tanking. Never heard me say nothing about no tanking. If Doug Pederson decided to tank, that's why he got to deal with this shitstorm he got to deal with. He got to deal with the players not believing in him. If he did it, if that was a tank move, then he deserves what's happening. But in reality, nobody knows if it was a tank move or not.
At the end of the day, let's rephrase the word. Let's rephrase the word. Let's not use the word tank anymore. Because if Doug Pederson and the Eagles wanted to tank, they wouldn't have played Jalen Hurts in the first place. How about this? Don't throw a game.
How about this? If you want to tank, if you don't want to tank, you never bench Carson Wentz.
But Jalen Hurts is better than Wentz. Wentz was garbage.
Bro, nobody.
Oh, go ahead, defend Wentz. Go ahead, defend this.
Nobody knew. Hold on. Nobody knew what Jalen Hurts was going to bring to the table. And he 1-3 anyway. Nobody knew what he was going to bring to the table. The season was over in everybody's minds when that rookie took over against the number 1 offense, the number 1 defense in the New Orleans Saints. The season was over. Everybody said we was hanging it up. That's a move you make when you want to tank.
Hold on, time out, LB.
What do you mean? How was the season
wasn't over? Because if you beat Dallas last week, you could have won the division on Sunday. Had you beaten Dallas last week, you could have won the division on Sunday. So how was it over?
You're right, Jeps. But we wasn't even thinking that far ahead coming into.
That's because Wentz was trash. Because Wentz was trash. That's because he was trash. He gave y'all no hope.
Okay, but we took Wentz out of the equation, though. We take Wentz out of the equation. Nobody didn't think that Jalen Hurts was going to win out. Nobody thought that.
Whoa, time out. Hold on. What do you mean? Wait.
Listen. If we the reason y'all don't make the playoffs, we not even having this discussion. And you got the
we would have still had the discussion. I would have still struggled through the Colts. I would have still struggled.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. We wouldn't have been this bad. All right, I put it this way. We don't even have a discussion.
It wouldn't have been this bad, but I'd have still trashed because that's wrong. But here's the thing, though. You're not understanding. Had he done that to the Cowboys, he'd be fired already because Roger Goodell would have been on Philly. He would have been a Jeffrey Lurie neck because God knows if that was a Cowboys, Jerry Jones would be suing. It'd be intense. The world loves the Cowboys. He couldn't have got away with that on the Cowboys. He did it on the Giants because nobody cares about the Giants. He wouldn't have got away with that if he did that to the Cowboys.
Roger Goodell can't do nothing to an NFL owner.
Are you serious? Did you not see what he did to the Saints organization and Robert Kraft, Jerry Richardson had to sell a team?
What can Roger Goodell do? You know why he did what he did to the Saints? Because of Bounty Gate. You know why he did what he did? You can do stuff about that, but somebody allegedly throwing the game, people tank every year.
No. There's a difference between tanking and throwing the game. Whoa, there's a difference.
Now it's a difference.
There's a difference because here's the thing. If you want to tank the game, then don't play the starters. Don't put Jalen Hurts out there. Don't put Jason Kelce out there. Don't put Zach Ertz out there. If you want to tank the game,
you know how many starters didn't play? You know how many starters didn't play?
Yeah, but no. Pause. Your defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, was talking crap all week. No cap week. This is no cap week, fellas. No cap week. They're not going to celebrate on our field. No cap week, fellas. No cap week.
If you want to tank a game, if you want to tank a game, don't play your starters. How about if you want to make the playoffs, win more than 6 games? Y'all too entitled to be a 6-win team.
Washington's under 500. You gave you one way or the other. You was gonna get the division to an under 500 team, whether it was Washington, the Giants, or the Cowboys.
Not y'all though. Not
because you hate New York. Eagle fans hate New York. Y'all hate the Giants.
Listen. We don't have to hate y'all. We done put y'all out of the playoffs twice in the last 20 years. We don't need to hate y'all. Y'all don't win a division. Y'all really not nobody. Y'all not nobody. And that's what you gotta understand.
Not nobody, but we should have swept y'all this year.
No, y'all not nobody. Y'all not nobody.
Should have swept y'all this year. We your Evan Ingram drop from sweeping y'all. We your Evan Ingram drop from sweeping y'all.
You didn't sweep us. You didn't sweep us, and you're not in the playoffs again.
Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz in 2 games. All I know is Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz twice this year. Daniel Jones outplayed Carson Wentz twice this year. That's all I know.
All I know is that you'll never be in the playoffs, Fisk. You're not in the playoffs.
We're winning the division next year.
That's all I know. That's why
we're winning the division next year.
Y'all winning the division win.
Next year,
bro. Y'all wanted it to be Joe Judge season so bad. Oh, Joe Judge turned it around. Nope. 6-10. 6-10, Giants. We don't care how y'all feel, bro.
Giants been in the top 5 for 3 seasons. Giants have picked to the top 5 for 3 seasons. You know what we are? We're pick 11 now. We're pick 11. The draft.
Top 5 draft picks.
We've been in the top 10 for how many years? Now Joe Judge got us outside of the top 10. Baby steps. All I know is a winning the division next year.
Oh my God! Listen, man.
We're winning the division next year.
Pathetic. This has been pathetic all week for the Giants. This has been so pathetic. It's been embarrassing for y'all. It's been embarrassing.
Your team 4-11. I love how you keep talking about 6 wins. Your team 4-11.
You know what? We are, and why would you depend on a 4-11-1 team to help you out? We can't even help ourselves.
No. We were depending on y'all to have to protect it. We were depending on y'all to show some respect to the team.
No. Y'all making videos crying, or the Giants held up their end of the bargain. What end of the bargain? You got your 6th win in week 17, and you think you're supposed to make the playoffs?
At least we got the 6. Y'all couldn't even do that with 2 quarterbacks. Y'all couldn't even do that. At least we got the 6.
That don't happen to us every year. That happened to y'all every year. Every year. That happens to you every year, Fisk. This is your first time getting 6 wins in how long? Congratulations. At
the end of the day, Brunson, the Giants are a more successful franchise than the Eagles.
You know what the Eagles going to do? What
they going to do?
This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do for y'all. We're going to take that 6th pick, and we're going to trade back to the 9th pick, where we would have been had we won the game and sent y'all to the playoffs. We're going to trade back and double down on the pick that y'all helped, on the pick that we got by not sending y'all nowhere. We're going to trade back to 9 and double down 2 first-round picks and a 9th pick. And y'all going to be sick again in the offseason. Nobody don't care about the Giants and Philly, bro. We don't care how y'all feel. Win more than 6 games to win the division. So we should send the Giants to the division so we can hear them popping shit all offseason? Send them to the playoffs? No. Listen, the Redskins not going to pop shit. The Redskins not going to pop shit at all.
They swept y'all. How you get swept by the Washington? You got swept by the no-names. You got swept by the no-names.
The Washington, they not, listen, they about to get beheaded on Saturday. They about to get crucified.
They swept y'all. They swept your sorry team. Your sorry team got 4 wins. They not 4.
They not going to talk. They not going to talk trash. They're going to take their little division championship, be humble, and get dismantled. Y'all want to talk like it was
you see how he think about y'all Washington? It ain't just me. Because they swear Giants.
Listen, what you mean?
You see how he think
what you mean? It's only about 3 Washington content creators. Louis T, Big Simple, Eric, they real humble. They're focusing on how they can win the game. They doing what they're supposed to do as being in the playoffs. Every single year, I can tell you this, y'all making y'all draft videos early. Y'all are playing meaningless football in the cold. Be happy that we gave y'all meaningless football. Be happy that we gave y'all something to hope for.
I tell you what, at least my franchise ain't dumb enough to give a quarterback $130 million and he never played 1 playoff game for you. At least my franchise ain't dumb enough to pay a quarterback $130 million and trade him a year before the contract starts. Y'all dudes
dumb enough to draft Eli Apple.
Hold on, time out.
Draft Eli Apple.
Oh, the same guy who got paid by the Saints, the same guy who went and got paid by Oakland. He's gotten a lot of contracts. He can't be that bad. But my whole thing is this:
not by y'all. Not by y'all.
All year long, it's my turn to go in on Wentz now. All summer long, I had to hear from Lord Brunson talk about Wentz is better than Lamar Jackson. Wentz is better than this quarterback. Wentz is on the same level as the Mahomes and the Deshaun Watsons in the world. I had to hear this from you all summer long. This dude, Carson Wentz, with more talent around him this year than last year, did absolutely nothing. He got worse. He regressed and got benched for a second-round pick.
I have to eat that. I have to eat that. He regressed. He regressed. But it's real debatable for you to say he got more talent around him. When Deshaun Jackson ain't played a lick this year, Alshon Jeffrey barely played.
But here's the point, though. Y'all talked all long about how he don't need
Goddard missed a handful of games.
But hold on, time out. You talked all year about how he don't need receivers, right? You talked all year about how Carson Wentz don't need receivers.
Who said that?
You and every other Philadelphia content creator. No, man, Carson Wentz was the top 5 receiver because he won the division. Carson Wentz is top 5 because he don't need no help. Carson Wentz is top 5 because he elevates his players and all.
Nobody never said that, Fisk. Nobody.
Wait, you didn't say Carson Wentz is great because he won a division with no receivers. You didn't say that. You didn't say Carson Wentz is great because he won the division with no receivers.
I did.
Okay,
I did say that. I did say that. But I didn't say he didn't need no talent because I do a draft board every offseason. You know what I'm trying to say, LB. There's a difference. You know what I'm trying to say. There's a difference between saying, "Oh, don't get nobody," and the quarterback is pulled a Tom Brady. There's a difference. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all was talking about. Did Carson Wentz elevate a bunch of no names in 2019 to win the division? Yeah, he did. You can't take that away from him. I can't pinpoint what it was. I can't pinpoint what the regression was. Maybe it got a lot to do with you even drafting a quarterback in the first place. You don't know how that can affect somebody. If my balls come to my desk now.
Aaron Rodgers just won MVP. They took Jordan Love in the first round, and Aaron Rodgers went out and won an MVP because he's that dude. That's different. Aaron Rodgers is solidified, man. Already a Super Bowl champion. But y'all told me Carson Wentz was in the top 5. Y'all told me Carson Wentz was one of the best quarterbacks in the league, though. That's what y'all told me. That's different. And you know, I see what you're doing right now. Carson Wentz ain't playing 4 weeks, but this is the easy way out for you because you're a tanker and your team tank. No. Don't try to change the conversation. Don't try to change. We didn't already discuss that. Change the conversation. He regressed. He trash. Your Eagles, he's right? All I want to know is this: why are your Eagles 4-11 in a COVID season when y'all had the same coaching staff from last year. Y'all didn't have to change coaching staffs. Y'all didn't have to change playbooks. Y'all had every advantage in the world, and y'all finished last in the division. Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
The team underperformed. Our starting quarterback regressed. We had the most pre-snap penalties in the NFL. We had the most offensive line changes in the NFL. The list goes on and on. We were a bad football team, but you were 6-10. You were bad too. The whole division was bad. So in my opinion, nobody has any room in the division to talk about anybody's record or anything. You were the fools who relied on a 4-11-1 team to help you get into the playoffs. You didn't control your own destiny. Eat it and live with it. That's all I'm saying. Move on to next season. Move on to the offseason. Joe Judge is average.
Whoa, he better than Dougie Pederson. He better than Dougie P.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you that much.
Bro,
better than Doug Pederson.
Bro, whatever you want to say about Doug Pederson, you can say it. Doug Pederson is a Super Bowl winning coach. Joe Judge is a 6-10 dude.
Well, Joe Judge got a national championship ring. He got 3 rings with the Patriots. Joe Judge got more rings in his resume than freaking.
This ain't football. This ain't college. And nothing you did.
What about the rings with the Patriots? He was a special teams coordinator and a wide receiver coach.
He's a head coach. He's a head coach talking about we get up and we play this game to win. Dog, Joe Judge was in control of his own destiny from the beginning. And when y'all were like, what, 5-6? Didn't y'all lead the division at some point in the last month?
Hey, yo, shout out to my guy Authentic in the chat
down the
stretch. Doug Pederson got a ring because of Frank Reich. This dude, Doug Pederson, and the Eagles been trash since Frank Reich left. That's a fact.
Listen. I'm not going to make excuses for people's success. I'm just going to tell you the facts. The facts is he got a ring, and Joe Judge don't got a ring. That's like saying Joe Judge got rings because of Bill Belichick. I can say
first of all,
right?
How about this? In Joe Judge's first season with the Giants, he won more games than Doug P. How about that?
6-10.
He won.
Joe Judge's first Joe Judge's first season with the Giants, he was 6-10, no division title, below 500. Joe Judge's career winning percentage is trash right now after one season. How about that? Just keep it small and simple. Don't compare Joe Judge to nobody else.
He's got more wins this year than Doug Pederson. Update your resume. Check this out.
Say, man. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Fisk.
Let's get to some of these super chats, man, because they cursing me out talking about somebody reading the super chats. Cody Collins says, "See that pathetic Giants fan Sanders whining." I don't know who Sanders is. Shout out to the Philly Talk podcast. What up, Philly Talk? Oh, speaking of Philly Talk,
it's where you became a man. That's facts. That's facts.
Yo, we all up in the buy-in. We are up in the buy-in for the fantasy league that I beat you in, by the way. And yo, Fisk unit, can we all make a round of applause for Lord Brunson paying my money on time? Unlike Tyson, who had to put on a payment plan for that $100, this man, Lord Brunson, I woke up with the Lord Brunson.
Him on a payment plan for a bean?
Yeah, it took him out. It took him like
$100.
I know. Shout out to Tyson though. It took him a month to give me $100, but shout out to Tyson. My man Lord Brunson, when he lost the fantasy bet with me, because once again, Lord Brunson he be underestimating stuff. He gets ahead of himself a lot. You know what I'm saying? He got ahead of himself. He buried my fantasy team. Buried my fantasy team because he thought he knew what he was talking about.
Listen, the team you drafted was trash, which is why you made a lot of trades with a lot of people who had no business trading.
GM of the year. I'm not GM of the year, Lord Brunson. I'm not GM of the year.
You did a lot of you did good GM work. I ain't gonna hold you because nobody should never trade you nothing. Had they not done that, you would have been dead. You did good GM work.
Yo, shout out to your boy Merch. I don't know who your boy Merch is, but shout out to him for giving me Derrick Henry. I don't know who your boy Merch is, but shout out to him.
He was tripping for that.
But yeah, Philly Talk. We definitely running the fantasy league back, but we up in the buy-in, man. We up in the buy-in. Shout out to Juice Alert. Giants on the rise, but will never be great with Danny Fumbles, who is doo-doo. Eagles have the worst future in the NFC East. Howie Roseman is overrated. Go Packers. Well,
we don't care what you're talking about. You're not even in the division.
Facts. Thank you, LB. I was really about to say the same thing. Shout out to Mo Ayabusi. Mo Ayabusi says there are no pride in being an Eagle fan. You ain't lying. I was an Eagle fan for one night and wanted to hang myself. I don't know how y'all root for the Eagles. Ain't no pride in being an Eagle fan. They throw games.
What do you say? At the end of the day, Giants 4-time Super Bowls, and Philly has 1. Philly got 4. The Giants got 4 Super Bowls.
We got 4 Super Bowls, baby. 2 with LT and 2 with Eli. And
Philly
shout out to
has 1,
89ers. That was 89ers.
This the thing. This the thing, Fisk. This is the thing. And I know a lot of Philly people are going to listen. The stuff that's being said about the Eagles is cool, but when you say stuff about the city of Philadelphia, you have to stand on that. You gotta stand on it.
Hey, you know what?
You gotta stand on that.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Something. Yo, LB, can you give me a lifeline? Do I got a lifeline from you right now?
No, go ahead. Of course.
So you're giving me a lifeline right now. So you're giving me a chance right now, right? All right. So I want to say something. You know I get emotional on my firing ranges. You know when I shoot, you know when I spray, I hit women and kids and I spray. I ain't got no aim. You know that, right? You know I ain't got no aim when I spray. I want to apologize to the rappers of Philly. Everybody else, I meant what I said. Rocky, you a retard, and Will Smith, you not a player no more. You lost all credibility. But as far as Philadelphia rappers, everybody knows I love Beanie Siegel. I love AR Ab. I was listening to Meek Mill this morning. I want to apologize to all Philly rappers. Everybody else, I could take it however you want to take it. But the Philadelphia rappers, I want a lifeline off for what I said about the Philly rappers. Do I get that lifeline?
You got that for sure, but it's not an artist in New York that I believe is as hot as Meek Mill. Now, when I say hot, I'm not talking about lyrics. I'm talking about can drop a song and it go crazy. I don't think no artist in New York could do that like Meek Mill.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Most of the New York artists are OGs. But Bobby Shmurda about to get out of jail though.
Bobby Shmurda not going to be nowhere near as hot as Meek.
I'm trying to think. New York artists is right now that can but most of the but here's the thing though. All the OG New York artists that are still rapping are still better than Meek though. Jadakiss and Fab, they're still better than Meek. All the New York artists that are still rapping the 50 Cent, he just put out. Fab
is debatable to me. Fab is debatable to me.
He's a better lyricist than Meek. I feel like Meek makes better music, but Fab definitely a better MC than Meek. Fab makes
Kiss is my favorite rapper, so you're not gonna never hear no argument about Kiss.
I noticed you didn't say nothing, but I was like, he ain't say nothing about me. This is state property. He ain't say a word about that.
I noticed because I don't have to say nothing about state property. You say Jay-Z is the GOAT, but Jay-Z had to go to Philly to get them.
Oh, 50's the GOAT. No.
I don't even gotta say nothing about that.
I said Jay-Z's the biggest rapper of all time. I said 50's the GOAT. You know how I feel about 50. I just said Jay-Z as far as
we can't
influential rapper of all time.
If you're here talking about 50 Cent the GOAT, we can't even talk music, bro.
Not bar. No, not bar for bar. He's my favorite rapper. How about that? He's my favorite rapper because we all know bar for bar. There's better rappers. Jadakiss is better than 50 bar for bar. I'm just saying my favorite rapper is 50. I would never say another rapper is better than 50.
Everybody is better than 50 Cent bar for bar. Everybody.
Not everybody. But 50's more of a storyteller though, so that's different. Nobody writes better hooks than him. So if you really want to take it there, no, there's not a better songwriter on the planet than 50 Cent. The only ones that come close is Eminem, DMX.
He's not a better songwriter on the planet.
Songwriter. I'm talking songwriter, not bar for bar. I'm talking songwriter. I'm talking your hook, your melody, and the structure of your song. Like, there's not a better songwriter and storyteller than 50. I stand by that. Is Jadakiss better than him?
Drake is definitely a better songwriter.
Drake wish he was.
I don't
50.
know about storytelling. I never heard a story from Drake.
Yeah, Drake can't anyway. Shout out to
you
Bertha.
know what? Nah.
Bertha says, Lord Brunson, you owe me back child support.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's Big Bertha. Big Bertha, she I ain't even got no time to explain.
Man, what's up? 128 mil backup quarterback, but he's not a backup though, Edgar. He's not a backup. That's what I'm saying. People will just be saying anything. He's not a backup. He's about to start somewhere next year.
But y'all paying his
Philly or
contract
somewhere
for
else.
2
He's going to
seasons, though,
start
so it don't
somewhere.
matter. The Eagles about to pay Carson Wentz $50 million to play for the Colts.
He's not going nowhere. I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to do that. That's just my opinion.
If you keep Doug Pederson, you are.
I don't think we're going to trade him.
If you keep Doug Pederson, you're trading Wentz. Now, if you fire Doug Pederson,
I don't think we're going to trade him.
He's not playing for Doug
Pederson. It's two things that I think is going to happen at some point in this offseason. I think Doug Pederson might get fired this offseason. And I think they're going to keep Carson Wentz. And I think they're going to get him a coach that believe in him and help him working on his mechanics. Everybody keep talking about the $128 million because it's the popular thing to say because ESPN is talking the same thing. Y'all got to start using your own minds and start thinking outside the box. $128 million is a drop in the bucket now. It's nothing. It's actually a good investment because now the quarterback that's about to get paid, the quarterbacks that's about to get paid are about to get a lot more money than Carson Wentz just got.
Oh, I agree with you, but that's on your roster,
right,
though.
So that's what
he got to be on your roster for that to be.
Of course, they got to be on your roster. So, for instance, if Drew Brees decides to retire after the season, and the Saints want to take on Carson Wentz's paycheck, that's a discount for them. That's a discount.
Agreed.
He's not 30. He's not 30. He already got all that bread. He already under contract. He just got to honor his current contract.
But let me give you a Drew right quick, LB. Take it from a Giants fan, all right? This is something you can learn from a Giants fan. When my Giants paid Odell and traded him a year later, we had to eat his cap for 2 seasons. We took like a $18 million cap hit the first year and like a $9 million cap hit the next year. So what I'm trying to say is you're still going to be paying Wentz, whether he's a Saint, a Colt, a 49ers. You're going to be paying his contract for 2 seasons, regardless, even if you trade him. He's still on your books for 2 years. You can't get away from the cap hit. This ain't the NBA where you trade.
You can get away from it if the other team agrees to take it. I think the other team has to agree to take.
Remember, they blocked the Saints. They blocked the Saints from doing that. That's why the Saints didn't get clowny, because the Saints were trying to take the Saints are trying to give like a second and third pick to the Titans for them to take somebody's salary cap, and then they sign Clowney and give them to the Saints. Remember that? They tried to get the Tennessee Titans to sign Clowney, and then they take the salary cap hit, and then they trade him to the Saints for like a second round pick or something like that. But the NFL said we're not going to be the NBA where you start trading draft picks for salary cap. That's what they said. That's what they said. That's what Sal Palantonio said. So
somebody said Joe Judge. Somebody said Joe Judge was a Coach of the Year candidate.
He was. Shout out to Sugar Ray Anderson. Joe Judge was definitely a.
If that's true, that's a slap in the face to anybody. A slap in the face to the NFL. He was 6-10. Come on, man. He was 6-10. Coach of the Year, 6-10. Whatever.
Big Bertha still want her child support, LB.
I don't even listen. Stop playing me, Bertha. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Shout out to Big Bertha. Shout out to Big Bertha. Shout out to Cam. Cam said, man said Wentz better than Mahomes, Lamar, and Deshaun. Last time I checked, he lost to Mahomes and Lamar and Foles and was the one who beat Deshaun. Look, that's on you, LB. He talking to you.
I mean, I believe that he was, because I believe that if you put all of those other quarterbacks in the same situation that Carson Wentz was in, the play drastically drops. Look at Deshaun Watson. He's having a hell of a time over there, right? His record resembled everybody's in the NFC East. If you put that lack of pieces around a lot of these guys, you're going to get the same result. Nobody can win. All the quarterbacks that you just named, none of them would be able to survive in the conditions that Wentz is playing in. I'm sorry.
There's the LB I wanted to hear. There's that Carson Wentz loving LB that we had on offseason. There he is.
That's just a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not gonna sit here and pander and appease who needs to be pandered and appeased, man. Like, led the league in sacks taken. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was his fault, for sure, not throwing the ball away. He
fumbled more than Danny Jones.
Right. A lot of that was his fault, but he also played with the most combinations of offensive line in the entire NFL. You can't win if you don't have an offensive line that know the ins and outs, man. You can't win like that.
So you basically, So you're basically support Wentz, the same reason why I support Daniel Jones. You see what they do with no talent, and you're like, well, dang, what if they had the weapons that Mahomes has? Or what if they got the weapons that Daniel Dak got in Dallas? So you basically feel the same way about Wentz as I felt about Daniel Jones in a nutshell.
No.
Because that's how I feel about Daniel Jones.
Carson Wentz. I support Carson Wentz because I've seen him play at an elite level. I support Carson Wentz because
in an elite level.
You have not seen Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has not even reached the peak that Carson Wentz has displayed.
But my whole thing with Carson Wentz but LB, it's gonna hurt your feelings. But at the end of the day, seeing as your boy Carson Wentz never actually played in a playoff game for more than a series, he's never actually been a part of a game bigger than Daniel Jones. He hasn't. All his good performances that you preach about are regular season performances. So last year, Carson Wentz's most important game, the biggest game
what playoff game Daniel Jones played in?
Nah, but here's the point I'm trying to make to you. The biggest game of Carson Wentz's career was last year, Week 16 versus Philly. The biggest game of Daniel Jones' career was last week versus the Cowboys. So we both beat the Cowboys. So Daniel Jones and Carson Wentz, two biggest games of their careers are both versus the Cowboys.
So, but you're just.
But am I lying? No, that was Nick Foles who took you to the playoffs. That was Nick Foles who won the division in 2022. That was Nick Foles. That wasn't Nick Foles who took us to the playoffs or won the division. Whoa, 2018.
Won the division. 2018 with Carson Wentz.
Hold on, LB. Let's go down memory lane. 2017, that was all Wentz. All Nick Foles had to do was win the Super Bowl. I give you that. All Foles had to do was win the Super Bowl. 2018, when Carson Wentz got benched last month of the season, Nick Foles still had to beat Deshaun Watson. He had to beat the Rams, and he had to beat Washington. He went on a 3-game winning streak to win y'all that division in 2018. Did he or did he not?
We were a wild card team in 2018.
But he the one who got you to the postseason, though. But he got you to the postseason.
No division.
But the point I'm trying to make is all your success was Nick Foles. Carson Wentz has never played in a playoff game. So you can't say he's been in a bigger game than Daniel Jones because their biggest games were
what does that have to do with it? If the Philadelphia Eagles go to the playoffs, the whole team go.
Nah. What I'm questioning you on is you said Daniel Jones has never played like in a big moment. And I'm just saying his biggest moment was just as big as Wentz's. That's all I'm trying to say. Because the biggest game of Carson Wentz's career was Week 16 versus Dallas. Last year, that was the biggest game.
Daniel Jones is fucking trash, man. Daniel Jones is trash.
Better than Wentz?
No NFL exec alive would take Daniel Jones over Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz had one bad season. Guess what? I'm happy because my guy Daniel Jones. I'll tell you what. If Carson Wentz go to Washington right now, how Washington is set up, they win 12 games next year.
Stop.
If Carson Wentz go to Washington, they win 12 games next year.
Stop.
All they were ever missing was a quarterback. Now, if he go to Washington, he wins 12 games.
Wentz ain't that good.
Now all of a sudden, Wentz ain't a quarterback. Come on.
Who led the league in turnovers? Who's led the league in fumbles since 2016? Answer that. Who's led the league in fumbles since 2016? This dude Carson Wentz is like a white Jameis Winston. All he do is turn the ball.
It's been Carson Wentz. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I'm telling you. Watch. The resurgence of Carson Wentz gonna have a lot of y'all mad, especially Eagles fans, because I fear it's going to come at a price to where he won't be in our jersey. He's going to be looking better than he ever looked. He's going to be in another team's jersey, and a lot of people are going to be sad and upset. But
I agree.
When
he goes to Indiana, he's going to be a demon because Frank Reich was the reason he was good anyway. The man been trash as Frank Reich left.
I don't think Frank Reich is the only one that can fix this issue. I think it's Sean Payton.
No. Of course, Sean Payton can, but I just think Colts are the team that's going to take him. I think they're the team that's going to take him. I think it's going to be the
everybody Colts. Is saying. I don't think.
Or the 49ers.
I don't think it's going to be the Colts.
It'll even be the Colts.
I can see the 49ers. I hope we don't go to Atlanta. That would suck for him.
They're not going. They're going to draft a quarterback in Atlanta.
No, man. Listen, Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott are plug and play, ready to go, bro.
That's another thing. I told you Dak was better. That's another thing. I told you Dak was better than Wentz. I told you that boy Dak was leading the league in yards.
He was 1-3 though. He was 1-3, man.
I mean, well, this whole division was trash this
1-3.
year. I mean, the whole division was losing games. I mean, I don't know.
He was 1-3. Now, I will agree with this. Had he not got hurt, the Cowboys would have won the division.
Hands down.
Hey, Fisk, I got to bounce though, bro. I got to bounce though, Fisk.
Yo, you know what, LB? It's been a fun hour, bro. It really has, man.
For sure. I'm glad I could give you this hour.
Know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna link up.
You this hour, bro.
We definitely gotta link up for the more, man. Especially because you know we gotta make a bet. You know we got bets to make after the draft, man. After we see what the teams do, I'm willing to bet, and I'm willing to run them bets back. I'm willing to run them back.
We're gonna have to run them back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be weird because it's gonna be either Hurts or it's gonna be Wentz, man. I gotta wait to see what it's gonna be.
I'm more scared of Hurts. I'm more scared of Hurts than Wentz, to be honest with you. The boy Hurts look good.
A lot of people should be. A lot of people should be. And the reason why I'm not panicking is because I got two good quarterbacks. I feel like I got two good quarterbacks that I feel like is going to cause a lot of people problems. So I'm not really worried. But what the Eagles need to do is they need to make a decision and name it now. Name it now so we can move on from it.
Yeah, I can't do that till you make a decision on Doug Pederson. Because Wentz ain't going to play for Doug Pederson. So if you fire Doug Pederson, you're keeping Wentz.
I think Doug Pederson getting fired this offseason, man. I'm telling you, man. I just got a strong gut feeling, bro. I got a strong gut feeling, man. I think he's going to get fired. But on the other hand, they might let him play out his contract. I think his contract is up in 2022. So I don't know, man. But he can't be here, bro. All right, bro. I'm going to get with you, bro. I'm going to text you.
All right, yeah. Be safe out there, bro.
All right, bro.